Hello, welcome back. So now in this part, we will solve some example. So first we will see the first example. So in this, we have to find the minimum diameter of a steel rod, which is used to raise a load of 5,000 Newton. And in this, the stress in the rod, actually it is a rod. The stress in the rod is not to exceed 95 mn per meter square. So it says we have to find the dia of steel rod which can use to take this much load, and the stress in the rod should not exceed this value. So first of all, we will try to make a diagram. For example, this is this is a rod, and it is say fixed at this end, because if it is not fixed, then it cannot be used to raise the load. So obviously it will be fixed from one end, and the load will be, say, suspended like this, which is having magnitude 5,000 Newton. So this load is suspended on this rod. Now to take this load, we have to find out how much diameter of this bar should be, so that it can take this load safely, and the stress within the bar should be less than or equals to 95 mega Newton per meter square. So that is the condition. So stress limit should not exceed 95 mega Newton per meter square, and force, the force value is also given. For this force, the stress value should not exceed this value. So obviously, if this load is suspended like this, which means this load is perpendicular to the cross-sectional area. So this is basically the normal load, and the stress here will be normal stress. So here, first of all, in the solution, first of all, we will write the value which is being given in this problem. So the value is given in the form of load. So the P value is given, which is 5,000 Newton, and the stress value is also given. So the maximum stress it can have is 95 mega Newton per meter square. So sigma, which is the average normal stress, so sigma is given here as 95 mega Newton per meter square. So as our load is in Newton, and the dia of this bar will generally be calculated in mm. So if we want to find out dia of bar in mm and load is in Newton, so first of all, we need to convert this stress in Newton per mm square. So for this, we have to convert this value into Newton per mm square, because this value is in mega Newton per meter square. So mega means, see, kilonewton will have 10 raised to power 3 Newton, and then mega Newton will have 10 raised to power 6 Newton. So here we can write 95 into 10 raised to 5 6 Newton divided by, now we have to convert this meter into mm. So we know 1 meter is equivalent to 1000 mm, and meter into meter will be 1000 into 1000 mm square. So ultimately it will be 10 raised to power 6 mm square. So we can convert meter square to mm square as 10 raised to power 6 mm square. So this will be, sorry, this will be divided by 10 raised to power 6 mm square. So this will cancel out with this one. So ultimately, stress in Newton per mm square will be 95 Newton per mm square. So we can write it directly. So these are the values which are given in this problem. Now we are required to find out the stress, sorry, the dia of bar uh, to carry this load. So first I will erase this, and then we will see. So we already have some solution. So here we know that stress is force upon area, force upon cross-sectional area. So first we will see what is the given load. So given load is 5,000, which we can represent as the P, and stress is 95 Newton per mm square. So we know that average stress is force upon area. Now area is area of cross section. So this area of cross section at which this load is applied. So ultimately we can write P upon, because this is a circular area, so we can write pi d square by 4. So we know the value of P, we know the value of sigma. So LHS value is already known. In the RHS, we already know the value of P. So the only unknown value is D. So by putting all the values, we can then find out the value of D. So this is what I have written. So LHS value is 95. In the RHS, we have 5,000 P value, and this 4 will go up. So it becomes P into 4 by pi d square. So in this, the D value becomes 8.19 mm square. So the dia of bar will be 8.19 mm, which can take this load safely without exceeding the stress 95 Newton per mm square. So this is the first example. Now similarly, we can have the second example. So this is the problem. In this, it says a wooden tie is 75 mm wide, 150 mm deep, and 2.5 meter long, and it is subjected to an axial pull of 40 kilonewton. Now, because of this axial pull, there is an extension in the member which is equivalent to 0.8 mm. Now we have to find out the value of Young's modulus of elasticity for this tie member, this tie material. Now, first of all, we need to understand what is wooden tie. Wooden means the tie is a member which is of wood, which is made of wood. So in the course of structural mechanics, we have analyzed some truss member. So in the truss member, say, for example, this is a truss member and it is having this support, and it may have some different members like this. And for example, if it is subjected to some force, now because of this external force, these members, all the members of the truss will be under the action of force. So the member which is in compression, for example, if this member is in compression, then the member which is in compression is known as strut. The member in the truss which is in the compression is known as strut. Similarly, if there are some members which are in tension, for example, this member will be in tension. So the member which is in tension is known as tie, member. So this is how we can infer this understanding. So this wooden tie, it is actually talking about one of the member of the truss. So now if we take example in this truss only, so for example, this is our wooden tie member, which is having dimension. Now the dimension of this tie member, this tie member is already given. So if we make the 3D diagram of this tie member, so this tie member will be something look like this. Okay, so the dimensions are given here. So it says it is 75 mm wide, which means this dimension is 75 mm, and 150 mm deep, which means this dimension is 150 mm, and 2.5 meter long. Now this length is also given, which is 2.5 meter. So here this value is 2.5 meter. So the cross-sectional dimension is also given. Now it says it is subjected to an axial pull of 40 kilonewton. Now axial pull means it is trying to pull this bar, this tie member. So axial pull will be acting at the cross section. So this is the axial pull and this is the axial pull. So in this case also, the axial pull we can represent with this arrow. So they will be like this. So when we make these arrow away from the joint, it is a representation of the tension force in the member. So this member is subjected to axial pull. And the axial pull value is also given, which is 40 kilonewton. So this 40 kilonewton is also given here. Now, because of this axial pull, there is an extension. There is an extension of 0.8 mm. So the original length of this member is 2.5 meter. And extension in this member, if I write this as delta L, so extension in this member is given, which is 0.80 mm. So original length is given and increased in length is also given. Now it asks finding the Young's modulus of elasticity. So Young's modulus of elasticity, we know that as per Hooke's law, stress is the product of E and epsilon. So this epsilon is the strain and E is the Young's modulus of elasticity. So with this relation, we can write E is equals to stress upon strain. So can we find out the stress? Yes, stress is P by A. Now P is the load, axial load, and A is the area of cross section. So the cross section where this load is applied. So the cross section area is 75 mm by 150. So yes, we can find out the value of stress. Similarly, we can find out the value of strain also. So the strain value is change in length upon original length. So the change in length is directly given, which is 0.8 mm, and the original length is 2.5 meter. So yes, strain can also be found out 0.80 by 2. Sorry, no, it should not be 2.5. It will be, because the change is in mm, so we have to convert our length in mm as well. So it will be 2500. So this is how we can find out strain, and this is how we can find out stress. And by calculating these two values, we can put in this value of in this formula of E, and then we will be able to find out the value of E. So this is how we are going to solve this problem. So here I have provided the solution. So the solution in this, first we write the given data. So here area of cross section will be 75 by 150. So which is 11,250 mm square, and length of tie is given, which is 2500 mm. Axial pull is also given. Extension is also given. Now we can find out the stress, which is P by A. So in this load is 40,000, because area is in mm square. Area is in mm square. So we also need to convert this load in Newton, because the unit of stress here we are using as Newton per mm square. So we have to convert P into Newton, and A is already in mm square. So calculating this value, we get the stress as 3.56 Newton per mm square. Similarly, we can find out the strain. So strain is change in length upon original length. So change in length is 0.8 and original length is 2500 mm. So the value is 0.0032. So that is the value of strain. So now we can find out the value of E, and that is stress upon strain. So putting all the values, so we get the value of Young's modulus of elasticity as 11,125 Newton per mm square. And even we can convert this value in kilonewton. So we can write 11.125 kilonewton per mm square. So that is the answer we are supposed to find out in this example. So this is how we can solve the example. So in the next part, we will solve one more example. Thank you.